We think artificial intelligence is new. We think it started in a Silicon Valley lab. Or maybe just 2 years ago when a chatbot called ChatGPT dominated the internet with its eerie, human-like answers. But what if I told you the human desire to create an intelligent, self-operating being in artificial life is thousands of years old? Long before we had microchips, we had stories, and those stories, those mythologies, determined what we would eventually try to build. The real story of Al isn't about code. It's about our enduring dream to play God. And it began not in a server room, but in the pages of mythology and horror. To find the earliest concepts of AI, we must travel back to the Bronze Age. The ancient Greeks had a name for human-like machines, automata. These weren't crude clockwork toys, they were self-moving, intelligent beings created by the gods, particularly the blacksmith god, Hephaestus. Our first and most striking example is Talos. Talos was a giant bronze automaton, forged by Hephaestus to guard the island of Crete, a literal wall of defense for King Minos. Talos patrolled the coast, throwing massive boulders at unwelcome ships and get this heating himself to a molten glow to hug intruders to death. Talos is crucial. It's not just a big statue. It possessed programmed autonomy. It had a single purpose to guard, and it executed that purpose without human command. That's the core of AI, a self-regulating system. But the dream wasn't limited to Greece. In Jewish folklore, we find the Golem, created from mud or clay and brought to life through mystical inscription. The Golem was built to serve and protect the Jewish communities from persecution, often taking on a massive, terrifying form. The Golem narrative introduces a critical theme, the loss of control. The Golem often grows stronger, harder to manage, and eventually, the creator must find a way to deactivate it before it destroys everything it was meant to protect. This fear of a creation turning on its creator is the very same anxiety we have about AI today. These ancient stories show us that the technical challenge of robot AI is secondary to the philosophical one. We have always dreamt of these beings, but we have always feared the consequences of their intelligence. This brings us to the next, even more influential phase, horror fiction. Narration. When you hear about AI, you probably only think of ChatGPT or some robot that's coming for your job. But you're missing the bigger picture right now. AI is detecting diseases that the human eye cannot see. AI has made climate predictions 25% better than before. And AI is discovering new materials that humanity has sought for decades, in mere minutes. Stay until the end. These facts will completely redefine the future of AI. There are massive AI breakthroughs that major media outlets are conveniently ignoring. These advancements are solving the world's biggest problems at an astonishing speed. If you've heard of these 3 major AI secrets, you are already ahead of the curve. Let's dive in. Secret number 1, the hidden power of AI in medicine, specifically in eye health. Many have heard of diabetes, but what's less talked about is how it gradually damages the eyes, a condition called diabetic retinopathy. It's one of the leading causes of blindness worldwide. The problem? It's extremely difficult to detect in its early stages. This is where AI steps in as the hero. Scientists trained AI with thousands of eye scans, allowing it to identify early disease signs faster and more accurately than a human doctor. What does this mean? An AI-equipped device in a rural town can perform screenings with the same expertise as a specialist in a major city. This is the true definition of medical equity. This technology has already received FDA approval in some countries and is being deployed. This is the power of AI beyond text and chat. It's saving lives. Moving to secret number 2. In an age where climate change is a terrifying reality, humanity's ability to predict the weather accurately is priceless. Have you heard of atmospheric rivers? These are massive, concentrated streams of water vapor in the atmosphere. They provide water to some regions, but cause severe flooding and devastation in others. Until recently, accurately predicting the arrival and intensity of these streams was incredibly challenging. University scientists used AI to learn from past forecasting errors, significantly improving climate models. The result is shocking. Predictions for floods and water shortages are now 25% more accurate. This is literally a matter of life and property. It allows farmers to plan crops and water authorities to determine, with greater precision, how much water to release from reservoirs. That means 25% less wasted water or a reduction in flash flood risk. The final and perhaps most incredible secret. Secret number 3, AI is now effortlessly discovering new materials that humans have searched for over decades. Creating a single new material in a lab can take decades and cost millions of dollars. AI is compressing this process down to weeks.